Hello and welcome to today's Pick a Card Tarot reading. We are channeling the energy of what changes you need in your life right now. I have already pre-drawn an oracle card for each pile, as well as a crystal. Before you decide which pile is calling you, I ask you to take a deep breath and relax as I clear the energies with the sound of a singing bowl. And then I will show you the cards up close. So let's begin. Here is pile 1. And here is pile 2. I will now be getting into pile number 1's reading. Timestamps will be below. Welcome, pile number 1. You chose the chamomile card, which is all about gentleness, relaxation, and sleep. So right now in your life, you may not be prioritizing enough relaxation or getting enough sleep. I'm sure that's a lot of us out there, but especially right now, it's important to prioritize that. You may be feeling burned out or approaching a burnout. So Spirit warns you that now is the time to make it a priority. If you have been having trouble sleeping, chamomile tea can help with that, as well as other teas such as cloves or daily habits such as meditation and just other activities that can help you relax before bed. Also, yoga is a great practice a little bit before you head to bed, and then your muscles are all relaxed. And then you can fully sink into the bed and just let the sleep find you. I also have some guided meditations on my channel, but of course, you don't need to use those. I will now read the message from the guidebook to see what else Spirit wants to communicate with you. With its gentle energy and flavor, chamomile suggests that perhaps you need to slow down a little bit. There's something in your life that is draining you or wearing you down. A relationship, a situation, and the chamomile card quietly reminds you that if you're in a state of exhaustion, you won't be able to do the work that will be required in the future, either at all or to the extent you'll need to. Chamomile invites you to take a pause, step away from your work, whatever kind it may be, and give your mind, body, and spirit time to find balance and equilibrium. And a reflection this card offers is, have you struggled to give yourself permission to rest lately? I know in this busy world that promotes hustle culture, it can be very easy to be go, go, go all the time. And it can be hard, and you can even feel guilty resting. And that is just not fair to yourself. Allowing yourself to relax and rest is showing yourself self-love, and that is essential. And it's essential for whatever you want to do or are doing for work to rest, because balance is so important. I will now draw an angel oracle card to see what else Spirit wants to communicate with you regarding on what changes you need in your life. Here you have the angel of self-belief. So you may be struggling. You may be going after something right now, a goal, a career, or even maybe you're looking for a certain relationship. And you may have been trying and trying and trying, and you just haven't been able to achieve what it is you are trying to achieve yet. And it's not because you're not capable. It's not because you don't have what it takes. It's because everything takes time. So Spirit wants to make sure that you do not doubt yourself right now. You have to change how you view yourself in order to create the reality you want. It is easier to go after the life you want to live if you are already embodying that person in that life. And Spirit wants you to know that if you already believe that you are that person, it will be easier to allow yourself to rest. Because if you are already that person or in that spot in your life that you want to be, you will not feel guilty about resting and relaxing because you already are that person. You already achieved that thing. So before you can see the changes in your reality and in your life, you must first believe in yourself. I will read the message from the guidebook for more messages from Spirit for this card. You can achieve anything you put your mind to if you have faith in yourself. However, even when you know you can achieve a goal, it is easy to fall prey to negative thoughts that put you off. If this is happening to you, remember that the angel of self-belief can help you regain trust in yourself. First, work out what is holding you back, such as a fear of failure or feeling unworthy, and then let those thoughts go. Rouse your spirit with the power of your voice. Ask the angel of self-belief to be present as you say out loud the affirmation above, which I will let you know in a second. Listen to your body. If what you want to do is right, the thought of it will energize you. Know that the angel believes in you and will give you all the help you need. Some symbols of this card are gold, scroll, voice, tightrope, mountain goat, mustard seed, and quartz. And the affirmation she offers is, I believe in myself and trust that I can accomplish my goals. I believe in myself and trust that I can accomplish my goals. As I was reading this card, I was getting a fear of being seen, especially with the voice. And a lot of us have a fear of being seen, but we just have to work through it. And the more you allow yourself to be seen, the more comfortable you are with it and the more natural it feels. So Spirit wants you to know that if you believe you can achieve it, you can. But don't let negative thoughts get the best of you, because if you keep telling yourself that you cannot achieve it, then that is what you will manifest. It's okay to have some self-doubts and anxieties once in a while. Just make sure you don't stay stuck in them. I will now draw some tarot cards to see what else Spirit wants to communicate with you. we already got our first card. I will get 2 more cards, Spirit, thank you. And what a great first tarot card, the Ace of Cups. 2 more cards, please. So your first tarot card is the Ace of Cups. New opportunities are coming your way, and I definitely see it's going to be for the best. It's going to be soul aligned, and it's going to feel fulfilling. And having that self-belief in yourself is what really brings that opportunity to life. And maybe once you start having that belief in yourself that no matter what, no matter how long it takes, I am going to get to that goal. That is when Spirit starts opening up opportunities for you, because the universe trusts that this is who you are now, and your vibration is matching that thing and that life you are trying to attract and live by. So that is a wonderful confirmation. Let's see your next tarot card. Here we have the 4 of Wands. And the 4 of Wands is all about doors opening for you, which goes great with the Ace of Cups. So doors are opening for you, new opportunities are coming your way. This is just beautiful so far. And you may have been waiting for these doors to open, and Spirit wants you to know right now is not about working harder. However much amount of work you are doing right now is more than enough. Don't completely stop working, because Spirit says to rest, but make sure it's a more balanced work, and that it will happen in divine timing when you have that belief in yourself. So it's not about working harder, it's about working in a balanced way so that you can continue longer and not get burnt out. And your next tarot card is the Star. You are going to be a star in whatever it is you are trying to achieve. Whether that is career, whether that is you just trying to transform your life, this is hope. This is just such an exciting reading so far, and Spirit wants you to know there is hope. Maybe you have been feeling down, you have been running out of energy, and you're like, Spirit, I can't work any harder. I am working so hard to try and achieve this, and it's just not happening yet. And this is your reassurance from Spirit that it is coming your way. It will just take some time. The stars have to align for the right timing, and once it does happen, you're going to be like, oh, I see why it couldn't come then and had to come now. So that is just wonderful, and rainbows may be confirmation for you and signs that you are on the right track. You will not miss what is meant for you. You will not miss anything that is destined for you. Do not worry. If you are resting, it does not mean you're going to be missing opportunities. It just means you're recharging your battery. I will now draw a Moonology card to see what else Spirit wants to communicate for your upcoming changes in your life. Butterfingers today. Here we got, you are good enough. That is pretty much what I was just saying. Full moon in Virgo. You are good enough, and you have what it takes. It It's about believing in yourself and knowing that you are on the right track. I will read the message from the guidebook to see what Spirit wants to communicate with you for this card. Good things are definitely coming your way. And you may be meeting a Virgo, or you may be a Virgo, to just help quicken you on your path once you feel more aligned. Here's what the card says. It's time to be really honest with yourself and understand what's led you to ask your question. Have you been humble to the point of being self-effacing? Humility is good, but it can go too far. And drawing this card suggests you may be underrating yourself. You don't have to be flashy, just quietly certain that you are good enough. At the other end of the scale, you also need to honestly answer this question. Have you been too picky? The full moon in Virgo card needs some truthful answers. Once you've given them, it should be easier to see how you got to where you are. Your next step should then be more obvious to you. Pay attention to the details. Hard work brings results. Find a balance between the cosmic and the mundane in your daily life. Worrying too much will attract more things to worry about. Have you been overly critical? An apology may be in order. Stop second-guessing yourself. Raise your karma by doing something good for someone else. When I was reading this, talking about an apology to someone, I got that you may need to apologize to yourself. Because yes, the hard work is needed to get to where you want to be, but your body also needs that rest and gentleness that your spirit yearns for, and that balance calls for. And when it was talking about someone needing help or giving a helping hand for karma, you may have felt like, oh, you're too busy to help a friend out or a family member. Oh, I'm just too busy working on this work. And you just have your head in your hustle, which, yes, that is good, but it is also good to make time for the ones you love, especially when they need help. So the universe will never make you miss an opportunity because you're helping someone out. In fact, that is good karma, and while we should never do nice things to receive good things in return, you will never experience something bad from helping, at least not in the long run. Things will balance out. You have been working hard. It is time to just continue on believing in yourself and making more time for rest. You are good enough. I hope this reading resonated. If it did, please like, subscribe, and comment down below. Your input really helps me keep going on this channel. So thank you for watching, and I will now be going into pile number 2. Have a blessed day. Welcome, pile number 2. You chose the mortar and pestle, which is all about integration, subtlety, and thoroughness. So something in your life right now needs a bit more thoroughness and integration. It may be trying to balance out multiple things in your life, your social life with your work, or maybe you haven't been being as thorough or thoughtful with what it is you want your life to look like. So now is the time to think more thoroughly on the details of how you want things to look in your life. How do you want your daily life to be? And that makes moving forward easier to find direction when we know specifically how we want our life to look. I will read the message from the guidebook to see what else Spirit wants to communicate on what changes you need from this card. The goal of the mortar and pestle are twofold. First, to reduce the size of something, and then to combine ingredients. In a spell, in order to evenly combine your components, you need to break them down into smaller parts. The grinding motion used with the mortar and pestle can appear aggressive, and applying too much force can make your ingredients fly everywhere. Use finesse. Be gentle but thorough. Take the time to blend things evenly. This card tells you that something in your life needs to be better incorporated. It could be as simple as integrating your practice into daily life, or something more complex, like finding balance between two relationships. Whatever it is, take it slow, and you'll scatter what you're trying to integrate. And a reflection this card offers that you can choose to journal about is: what parts of your life need to be blended more seamlessly? What parts of your life need to be blended more seamlessly? So something in your life is not integrating well. And as I was reading the not be too aggressive, if you are trying to balance things out in your life and there's certain things that you just don't really want in your life anymore, Spirit wants you to not be too aggressive and cut them out completely right away. Maybe those things in your life aren't necessarily negative, but there's just been too much of it. So that is why being thorough and really thinking about those things is important. Because it may not necessarily be that, oh, I don't want that thing in my life ever again, when really you've just had too much of it lately and you just need more balance. So that is the changes you need in your life so far. I will draw an angel card to see what the angels want to communicate for the changes in your life. What changes does pile number 2 need? From the angels. Thank you, Spirit. Here we have the angel of healing. The angel of healing is all about you making your healing a priority. And maybe that is the change you need right now. You haven't been integrating healing into your life. You may have just been going, go, 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 work, work, work. And there has been no time for you to recover from some tough situations you have faced in your life. And that may be making you a bit more aggressive in your daily life. Spirit wants you to spend some time at the water. Spend some time grounding your feet in the sand or on the grass, wherever you're able to. The ocean, the lake. And as I was looking at this card, very recently in my own life, I have some injuries, some arthritis, some wrist pain, and recently I went for a walk and I saw stinging nettle, and my friend advised me to sting myself with the stinging nettle. Do not do this if you are allergic, of course. This is not medical advice, but this is just something I have used in my own life. And you may not be recovering from a physical injury, it may be an emotional injury. But I'm just letting you know that in my own life, I have these injuries, and the stinging nettle causes an inflammation response, an inflammatory response that actually helps with those pains, those aches and pains. So if you are facing something like that, that may be beneficial for you. And so either like on the wrists or the knees, and also drinking the stinging nettle tea is also very beneficial. I have never done this, but I know a lot of people who do, and it is very nutritious for you. And as I was saying this, I'm looking at the mortar and pestle, and someone needed that message, so I hope that you guys don't mind that I gave that message, because I really feel someone needed it. And I have had this pain for years, and the stinging nettle made it feel like it hasn't felt in so long. So someone needed that. I will read the message from the guidebook for more healing messages, whether you need physical or emotional healing. Let me just bring the page up here. Whether you've been giving care to others or you are in need of care yourself, the angel of healing alerts you to the fact that you need to take time out to look after yourself. Find a tranquil place where you can be alone. Sit quietly, breathe deeply, and calm your thoughts. Ask the angel of healing to surround you with loving light. As you exhale, surrender any emotional pain that you may be holding in your body. As you inhale, accept that the angel's gift of healing allows your body and mind and spirit to relax in her gentle energy. Fill your heart with love and gratitude for her as this occurs. Afterward, spend some time in a peaceful environment so that you can fully absorb the healing energy. And some symbols of this card are lake, light, hand, honey, lavender, and the rod of Aspilus, symbol of medicine. I probably did not say that correctly, but the symbol of medicine. And an affirmation this card offers is, I am healed by peace and light. I am healed by peace and light. As I was reading this, I was getting that this isn't going to be for everyone, but sometimes these certain aches and pains in our body are from an emotional situation we have endured. I have experienced in my own life, when I make more time for meditation and healing, even just mentally, it really helps the physical body as well. So meditation can help your mind and your body. So I have some meditations on my channel, but another resource is I found Joe Dispenza very helpful with this. It helps your body fully relax and just send blood through all those aches and pains, and have your awareness send energy to those points when you're fully relaxed. And it's about being thorough, and it is subtle. It's a subtle benefit, but when you feel it, it feels like a loving hug. I will now draw some tarot cards for you to see what other changes you need in your life from Spirit. What does pile number 2 need to hear today? Your first card is the Ten of Cups. Happiness is on its way to you. You may have been dealing with a tough situation. I'm getting through work. You may have been dealing with a work injury, whether emotional, dealing with a toxic work environment, or physical. So Spirit wants you to know that there is happiness incoming for you. That is the changes that will be coming in. If you are going through a dark period right now, and I know being in a painful spot, it's hard to see the light at the end of the tunnel, but if you take time out to meditate and heal and visualize that life that you want to live, that house in the cabin, house in the cabin, house on the hill, cabin in the woods, your pets, your family, whatever fills your cup up, hold that. Hold on to that feeling. Hold on to that state and visualize. And those will be the changes in your life. If you can visualize it, it can be your reality one day. Let's see your next tarot card. Here we have the Six of Cups. You may be healing a child wound from your childhood, and your inner child may have been struggling with this for a long time. And with the thoroughness card, with the mortar and pestle, it may even be something you're not fully aware of. It may be a problem that you're looking at and you're trying to heal it, and you're like, I just don't know where this came from. And then one day when you're relaxing and just giving yourself that rest you deserve, you have this memory that comes to your mind again, and you're like, oh yeah, I remember that happening. And then suddenly everything starts to click together for why you have that wound. And once you know the root cause of a wound, it can be easier to let it go. For example, if you have this negative self-talk, maybe around food, with the mortar and pestle, you may have a negative attitude towards food. But usually those things are learned from our parents, from our childhood, from the people around us. So don't beat yourself up about why am I this way? Like, it is not your fault, but it is your responsibility to heal it. So now is going to be the season of changing those perspectives, those self-talks, those opinions, because once you know where they came from, you can change them and make it your own opinion and make it your own view that is more positive for your life. Let's see your last tarot card here. Here you have the King of Cups. And the King of Cups is emotionally steady. He is like the rock in your life. Whoever you think about who has the most steady, calm, non-reactive energy, that is the King of Cups. So that is the change you need to implement in your life, is that when you do face these problems that need healing or that you haven't fully gotten over yet, that's okay. But it's very important to come back to your King of Cups energy and not let those feelings overtake your entire day. Like, if you see something that reminds you of a past trauma or problem, it's okay to feel those feelings, and it is important to not ignore them, but do not dwell on them. Move through them like water, like the King of Cups. It is like a wave. Even in my own life, I go through the emotions like waves all the time. So there is no shame in old feelings and childhood wounds coming up again. It is just important that we don't sulk in those emotions. I will now draw a Moonology card for you to see what else Spirit wants to communicate. What changes does pile number 2 need in their life? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Here we have conclusions are within reach. Full moon eclipse. Conclusions are within reach. So whatever the problem you have been facing, there are conclusions within reach. You're not going to be dealing with this wound forever. And in fact, the changes coming in your life look very healing. Looking at the 10 of Cups, you have a very emotional reading here with all Cups cards. This is definitely likely an emotional wound. So if you are facing physical problems, they may root back to emotional. So I feel like the changes coming in are going to be so healing that it's almost like when you parent your own child and you want to fix the problems you faced when you were young and to make sure they don't have those same traumas that you had. And that is healing for you, providing that safe space for someone else. I will read the message from the guidebook to see what Spirit wants to communicate about the full moon eclipse. Full moon eclipse. And just like that, a door slams shut. If you've pulled this card, it suggests that the situation you're asking about is about to reach a peak, or has just done so, and things are now out of your hands. What you're experiencing now is what your soul signed up for. A way for you to learn and for your soul to evolve. So allow events to unfold and be easy on yourself. If you're letting go of someone or something, know that it's the right time, as hard as it may be. Forgiving someone for what they did could be key to resolving this situation in a positive way. It doesn't make right what they did, but it releases it so you can move on. That which is meant for me will not pass me by. That which is meant for me will not pass me by. Doors which slam shut will not reopen. It's time for you to get back on track. Forgiveness will set you free of karma. Meditation, pranayama, and yoga nidra are all recommended now. Opportunities will not pass you by. Opportunities that are meant for you will not pass you by. I am repeating this because that has been on the tip of my tongue this whole reading. It has been on the tip of my tongue and the last reading. So there might be something from pile number 1 as well for you here. But for your guys' reading, I am very much getting there is a wound here and you have been holding on to it. Maybe there is a parental wound and you have been feeling some resentment or even a friend. And Spirit wants you to know that you don't have to allow those energies in your life, but it is not healthy or beneficial for you to hold on to the negativity of those situations. And we cannot justify what people have done to us, but Forgiveness is not for the other person, it is for you. Acceptance that this person did what they did. We may not always know why they did what they did, but it is okay. You are okay. You may have even learned some lessons along the way. That always helps me, is taking lessons from the difficult situations I have faced. And that makes it easier to move on with grace because, yes, they were hard times, but they were worth it for the knowledge I gained. So that is your reading. I hope whatever it is you are working through right now, there will be conclusions, and there's no hope involved. That's life. We move through chapters, and some chapters are darker than others. But it looks like your next chapter is going to be full of love and healing energy. I hope this reading resonated. If it did, please like, subscribe, and comment down below. Those things really help me know that this is resonating with you and for me to keep going. I hope you have a wonderful, blessed day. I'll see you next time.